We're joined here by Jordan Climbs, producer of the Sophie Korthuijs story, a story really about how sport can heal people. And I just want to ask you, what inspired you to make this story?
Yeah, I think the most simple answer is just her story and kind of the person that she is. I've been fortunate enough to kind of get to know her and her family a little bit along this process, and just the story. It's a little sneak peek. She had an eating disorder, and trying to get over that is a very tough thing, physically and mentally. And so, kind of her perseverance to fight through that and to where she is now, where she's here as a freshman, starting for our golf team. It's really incredible. And every time I sit down and edit it, I feel inspired, never bored. It's just such a great story to be able to tell.
And you mentioned she's a freshman and she's starting. That could have been the story itself.
Yeah.
What made you decide to do a more deep dive into the story?
Yeah, I think it would be a disservice to her if we were not able to tell her full story. And she's very open about the fact that she did have an eating disorder. It's a part of her, and I think it's made her better. And so ultimately, I felt like that was the reason we wanted to tell that part of the story, is just because she's open, she's ready to share it, and I think she's ready to try to inspire the audience with the story.
So without further ado, here is the Sophie Korthuijs story.
If I make a hole-in-one now, that will be so cool. I think if that is on camera and I put it on YouTube or something, I go viral.
You should.
Okay, let's make a hole-in-one. That looks good! Hi, I'm Sophie and I'm from the Netherlands. It's like this with this weather, to be honest. A lot of rain. So I stopped with figure skating. So I wanted to do a new sport and I just tried golf.
She was fanatic about it. She went on a bike to the golf course and started training and training and training.
When I was 11 years old, I played my first Dutch championship, and after that the Dutch national team called for that I can play for the national team. So I think that was the beginning of my golf career. It was so cool. Yeah, I mean, just that people say, yeah, you're one of the best, can you play for us? When you're 11, it feels like, whoa, cool. Yeah. When I tell my story, it sounds like a fairy tale, but it wasn't.
She lost a bit of control. So that's when it started that we saw there was something not right.
During 2020, there happened a lot of bad things. I didn't like golf anymore, and yeah, was not the best time of my life. So I developed an eating disorder. I had anorexia nervosa, so that means you want to lose a lot of weight and then you will be happy in your mind, but physically and mentally it's getting worse. I think for me there was not one reason that I got an eating disorder. I was not really popular in high school. I never had a lot of friends, and yeah, it is terrible. A lot of people don't know how it is, and I understand that because it's not always like visible. But for me it was try to control food. I only ate 73 calories each day because it gave me a kind of boost to saw that number on the weight. When I saw myself in the mirror, I was like, oh, Sophie, you have to lose so many kilograms or pounds. But other people saw me like, only like bones.
The problem as a parent is that we try to give her all the love we have, but you're standing helpless there. You can't control anything.
A lot of therapists have said, like, Sophie, you have to gain weight because otherwise you're dying right now and you don't see it. And I was like, yeah, but it don't matter for me because I didn't like my life. I didn't want to recover because I didn't have the goal in life anymore, and it sounds kind of sad, but I only want to die. When I think about it right now, you can tell how sick I was in my head. Go! Oh. That was not good, but it's fine. Still have 8 to play. I think when you recover from an eating disorder, it's way much harder than golf. You have to focus so much that you don't have time to think about something different. And I don't know, it's just relaxed. Yeah. In 2022, I'm diagnosed with the eating disorder. There was an Olympic cyclist. She gave a kind of presentation just to tell her story about being an Olympic champion and then having an eating disorder. She showed me how good life can be and that I can pick up my golf career and that I can be a champion again. So the end of 2022, I gave myself one off season. And if my season of 2023 was not good, I will stop playing golf. And in February 2023, I won my first tournament at again. That was the happiest moment of my life, to be honest. Yeah, just for yourself to know that you can still win a tournament and like, you know, the quote, hard works pay off, and it really felt like that because I had to work really hard on different ways. So yeah, that was the most happiest moment of my life. Yeah. I'm gonna make a birdie just for the cameras, you know. That will be so fun. Yay! That was so cool. Birdie on camera. Chirp, chirp.
On that first call, she pretty much laid out her story and then described, you know, I'm healthy now, I'm on the other side of this, and I have recommitted myself to trying to become the best golfer that I can be.
Everything went faster than I expected, what was good, but I never expected that I could go to the United States to play college golf. I'm thankful that I'm still alive.
I appreciate someone who's had to fight, and you could tell she'd had to fight for it.
She's always a fighter, but the fighting within herself has stopped. So she's now fighting for her place in life. She really let me see Never give up. If you want something, you have to do something about it, but you can achieve it.
I think everybody struggles. I just want to tell there is always an option to recover and to make your life better, and just see the good things of life again.
What you're forced to confront with this game provides incredible opportunities for you to learn about yourself, and having something that you're passionate about and that you can chase is life-giving.
I always wanted to be a professional golfer, and I kind of lost that goal during my eating disorder, and when I got that goal back, it was a reason to live for me, and it saved my life, yeah.
Oh, yes, your faith will bring you